Hello world, it's been a while. I've been busy creating Silver Daisy, a mini hotel with 3 units. And I've recorded about 50 hours worth of footage, and this video is not that video. This is just simply a quick tour of the whole place. I've taken a little break from YouTube. I've personally had a rough time this year, but I do want to sit down and edit all that 50 hours and show you the whole process. But again, today is just a quick tour, so let's go check out the logo. So we had a local person make this logo, Silver Daisy, and this is Hinoki wood, which is cypress, and we've used a lot of Hinoki throughout the whole building, as we'll see. So let's go in through this entrance over here. And basically I just picked little trees that we liked that would stay evergreen, that'll look good even in the winter time, so keep on. This is the reception and laundry area. And my wife made this map of the whole place. So we have Unit 1, Kuromatsu. Unit 2, Hinoki, with its private Hinoki bath. And we have Kouyamaki, Unit 3. And we have the laundry and reception area where we are right here. That's you. And down below the stairs, we got the deck, Zen garden, and the sauna. And if we go over this way 80 meters, we have the parking for guests if they need it. But let's turn around this way to the reception. So this is our reception, and it's tiny, as you can see. It looks like a kind of a utility closet. And that's because guests aren't really going to use this, I believe, when they're checking in, because you check in online first, you get a code, and then you would punch the code in to the keypad and enter. So what we do have, though, is storage lockers. So this is locker number 3, which is right over here. And so if you check in early and you want to put your luggage somewhere while you're going to sightsee, then you can use this locker. Just put your luggage in there and away you go. We have 3 lockers, so just if you see a key, a free key, then you take the key and use the locker. Over here is our laundry. And you're also free to use the laundry, both the dryer, yes, we have a dryer, and the washing machine. And over here is just for staff. You can kind of see we have soaps and whatnot, rags, so that's for staff use. But come over this way and you'll get the really nice view of our lower level. So we have the barrel sauna and the Zen garden over there, and stairs that Algo and I painstakingly built ourselves. We harvested the bamboo from a bamboo forest, and we set all the poles in place. So that was tough. But right now we're going to go to Kouyamaki, right over here. And these are actually made from the remains of the flooring. So this is actually Hinoki as well. And my wife and I made these. So she did the drawing, and she, I guess, kind of carved it with a mini router. And then I burned it in with it's not called a burning pen, but I burned it. So come over here. So I'll say Hinoki a lot. So this is Hinoki deck that was built, not by me, but by professionals. And so here's the smart lock. And so guests would punch in the code. It would open up, and there you go. And then if a guest wants to lock it, all you do, from the inside you press it and you lock it. So right, let's come on in. And we're just going to change the filter because it's a bit dark. So this is our smallest unit. So let's go over here. This is tatami with this is actually a bamboo table. And we have a queen size bed, currently our only queen size bed. The rest of the beds are futons. And this over here, this wall, it's made of washi paper on the top. And this is from Karasuyama, a local area that makes the washi. And then in the middle, we have these stones, which are called oyaishi. And we took leftovers from a mine that they weren't using, and we put them in with our architect to make this pattern. And then that's, of course, Hinoki wood over there. And there's actually Hinoki wood under here as well that the bed is on top of. Now let's turn this all around this way. So this is our little kitchenette, and this is an IH, and I guess it's pretty obvious: toaster, microwave, fridge, and we also have a water boiler and cups and cutlery and everything. So basically, you can cook everything. And look, the suction cup has come off. So we designed it so that you could basically cook anything you want over here if you need to. It's not just a microwave and a fridge, or not just a fridge. So yeah, it's a full kitchenette. And then over here, we have the bathroom. So this is the shower room, and we got one that's a little bit bigger than normal. So this one actually has a bench, so you can sit down and relax with one of the two showers. But we thought it'd also be useful for someone who has to take care of, say, elderly parents, and then it's easy to do that. Or maybe you have some young kids and you can fit 2 people in here quite easily. So that's why we got this premium shower booth for you. And over here, this is a privacy screen. So this is in case you're staying with some people and you don't want them to see you showering, but you need to use the toilet. You can just use this roll screen. So over here is a Japanese toilet, and like any good Japanese toilet, it has the heated seats. Oh, here we go. It has the heated seats, and it'll wash your private parts. And then over here, they have the controls. So you can see, wash your bum, wash your lady parts, small flush, big flush, fan. Yeah. And the main thing about this, so Akko, if you go over that way, I'm gonna take out this ladder and go up to the loft. So this also has a loft area, and oh, I should set the ladder properly. Ah, doko ni iku? So that's Akko, she's hiding. Oh. So that's Akko hiding over there. And this ball here, this moon ball, that's actually washi as well. So like handmade paper. And over here's the loft view. And out the window you'll get a nice view. Well, that's of a house, but if you look up, it's the mountain. So that's unit number 3. And let's go to unit number 2 now. So yeah, we put this little rack over here for your clothes. And the last little thing we have, so you can use this to hang things if you want. And now we're gonna go to unit 2 as promised, Hinoki. All right. These are our little bonsai, which are not doing too well. So I hope they're still alive by the time my brother gets here so he can check in on it. This one's doing a little better, and this one's was actually near death before, but it seems to have recovered, so that's good. Okay, so this is the entrance to Hinoki, and this is the private deck for the person or the group who's going to be here. So let me enter the code again. Yeah, come on in. And so we temporarily have this yellow tape here. I don't know what we're gonna do with this to demark the line between outside and inside, but here, outside stuff is okay. In here, it's not. So you have your slippers for the inside, and these slippers are for the outside. So we have a full kitchen over here, and if you come this way, we have IH stove, and we actually have a dishwasher. This is kind of like an industrial kitchen, commercial kitchen sink. And we have a full-size fridge, microwave, toaster, all the dishes you could want, I think. So you really could make anything you want. And if you come over this way, this is a very large Hinoki table. So we have 5 chairs here right now. And you can actually separate this table out if you want, because you can use this tatami for sleeping. But if you want to use it for, I don't know, you can sit down and relax here, look at the view. You can work from here. And let me just bring this over this way. This is actually the model that the architect originally made. And so we've done a few modifications to this, but it's basically all the same. So you have seen number 1 over here. Oh, this is number 3, I should say, sorry. Room number 3, Kouyamaki. And then you are currently in room number 2, Hinoi. And we're gonna go to room 1 later on and check it out. That's Kuromatsu. So this wall, like the previous room, it has the Oya Ishi and the washi from Karasuyama. And these beams over here, they're actually different from the other room if you noticed. You can rewind back and check out those beams. Those beams are Hinoi. These beams are SPF, spruce, pine, or fir, from Canada actually. And I don't know if you can see this, but it says Premium J, which means Premium Japanese. So Japanese always want the premium wood from Canada, so that's why it's Premium J. So we've kind of purposely left the markings on this wood so you can kind of see a few details in behind the scenes. And let's go back over this way. So this is going to be hard for Akko walking around with the different lighting. But you see, I went down a step, and then over here, you also go down. You also go down another step. And so the point is, if you're sitting over here, or if you're sitting on the tatami mat, or if you're behind working in the kitchen, you're all at the same eye level. Now, I didn't think of this, the architect thought of this, so that's what it is. And I forgot to showcase this light over here, so you turn it on. Yeah, so at nighttime it's really nice to have this big light, and you can change the brightness level to however you like. And over here we have our kind of secret stairway. It's built into the cabinets here. And it goes up to the loft area, which is the main sleeping area. We originally didn't have this post here, so it felt a bit scary, so we added this post in for some security. And Akko, if you want to come walk up, we can check out the main loft over here. Yeah, you have to watch your head, so this is actually a real hazard. I've hit my head like 5 times already. Yeah, you can't see Akko, but she's really ducking down to not hit it. I don't think I showcased the roll screens, but yeah, took a while to figure out what roll screens to get, but I'm really happy with this one. Although I'm changing these out to have ones that don't have this dangly bit because we don't need them in a lot of the areas. But yeah, we have a window over here, and we also have a window over there. And the original design didn't have so many windows, but I don't know, I'm Canadian. I like to have a lot of light, and I also like to have airflow. So we added extra windows. But we do have aircon unit, which can both heat and cool. This is a new build, so hopefully in the winter this is enough. But if it's not, we do have some emergency gas heaters that we can plug in from the inside and heat the place. But yeah, this is our main bedding area over here. And this is, I guess, is the safe zone where, I mean, I guess maybe Dutch people, this is not too safe. They still have to bend down a bit, but for me, it's safe. Okay, and so let's go down, back down over this way. So you can see, right? You have to duck down to go here. So I don't know, if you're staying for a few days, maybe that's a fun feature. But if you lived here all the time, maybe you'd find that really annoying, I don't know. But on paper, it looked really cool. I don't know, I'm really curious to see if you come here to see what you think about this. I think we're gonna put up a light rail along here though, just to kind of prevent people from smacking their heads really hard onto here, because there'll be a light rail that goes along here, so you would hit the light rail before you smack in. But yeah, I really, really like this, all the different units, because they all have different features to them, different look to them. Even though they're I guess, all done by the same architect, right? So everyone has a different feeling. So you can go stay at all three and see which one you like best, I guess. Oh, and okay, I'm gonna film Akko coming down. You can see how it is. There you go, see? This is how you... There you go, she's fine. Yeah. We definitely, that's nice to have. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the bath, which is just outside over there. That's the nice Hinoi bath. That's something I really wanted to have. Oh, I mean, there's a toilet in here, but the same toilet as the last one, so. And this is the private bath, but before we see the private bath, I'll show you this little thing that we kind of modified here. So this is called a surare. And if you want some extra privacy, you could just hook it up here and here and get a little bit more privacy if you're sitting down over there if you like. Private bath. Let's enter. Ooh. So again, all the flooring that you see like this is Hinoi. All right, so this is the Hinoi wall bath, because the bath is not actually Hinoi itself. That'd be kind of hard to maintain, but the walls are Hinoi, and so hopefully this proves not hard to maintain, but we'll see. And I guess it's very bright, but I'll show you an image after that you get a really great view during the daytime. At night, you don't actually see that much. And so you would sit over here in the bath and relax. Again, it'd be great if you could smell the Hinoi. It's nice. Okay, and let me give you a view of the outside. I'll take it over from Akko here. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. Hey. All right, let's go down to the garden area down below in the sauna area. So from this point onwards, everything down below is basically DIY that mostly Akko and I did. We had some help from family members along the way, but yeah, we were toiling away on this for months. And Akko's just going down the steps slowly because she has to hold the camera, so she can't go as fast as I can. This is a leftover from when we tried to put a tarp across, but when we did that, the water started to pool and it was a big mess. So we're not currently using this right now. Instead, we have the tarps over here, or the tent canopies over here that we started to use. Yeah, so again, this is Hinoi decks. So this garden over here, I just randomly picked the plants, and this momiji over here, it's not doing so well, but it's been like this for about a month or two, so it's surviving. So hopefully next year it'll be nicer. The ume, like the Japanese plum, I don't know what that got eaten by, but it's we'll see how it recovers. The Kouyamaki looks a little bit yellow, so I don't know. I just randomly again picked all these plants and things, so we'll see how they do in a bit of time. And these rocks over here, I guess we have these little rakes that we got to do it, but I think when you do it by hand, it actually works better for doing a pattern. So my architect actually did this where he's, you know, doing a pattern with his hand, and it seems to be interesting. So yeah, all these fences, everything we basically did ourselves. So that was a lot of work. Except for the sauna. We did not build that ourselves. We got that made in the prefecture of Gifu from wood over there. And that's also Hinoi wood, as you might guess. And before we get to the sauna, I'll just point out the stairs. So this was the original concrete that they had over there. So we had to modify that, or put the stairs on top of this concrete. And I had to actually buy a hammer drill so I can hammer down into the existing concrete so I can put these poles in. And then we use some instant cement, I think that's what it's called, to set these into here. And then we took rocks from around the yard that we dug up and mortared those in. It was a whole process, but I think it's pretty sturdy now. But I guess we'll see in a few years, right? So we'll come over here. So when you're using the sauna, you could put this, and this is in use. どうやって読む? 使用中. So in use. But you can enter. And so this was a whole big thing of getting this privacy, making this private, because to go in the sauna in Japan, usually people go naked. So I wanted to be able to do that, but we have the units above so they could see in. So we put this, finally came up with this tent canopy here with these fabric walls so that you can't see. And then we have this fence in place with more surare so you can't see. But it's also, you could take a shower or a cold bath if you want to without wearing your sauna wear, because you would get pretty soaked with that. But yeah, this is a garden hose hookup, as you can see, very DIY. And the bath would fill up using this. You want to empty the bath, we have the little wrench here, or tweezers, pinchers, I don't know what you call this. And you can open the cap over there if you want to. So this is just a garden hose that you could use to shower off without any soap. You know, in the summertime. In the wintertime, it's going to be too cold, it'll be icy, so you can't use the shower. But this is, I don't know how to pronounce it, Loiryu sauna. In Japanese, it's Roryu? Roryu sauna. And so let's come into the sauna. Ta-da! And it's going to be dark, right? Could I? So this is an electric sauna. You just dial it in. It goes for 4 hours. And if you want to get some steam, dip it in the water, pour it on the rocks. Yeah, the smell in this is just amazing. And over here, we had to modify this with some drywall because the fire department said it wasn't safe enough. So we put that in and we got permission to operate. But yeah, I love saunas, and I really hope if you come here and you like saunas that you try it out and you enjoy it as well. So let's go back out. Oh, so over here we planted bamboo. And some people thought we were crazy for planting bamboo because it could spread out quite quickly and rapidly. Like, we only planted this a few months ago, but you can see we have new plants coming out here, and these are new shoots over here. There's lots of new shoots, but we actually have a plastic barrier all around it that's really, really hard, that's meant for bamboo to protect it from roots popping out. So hopefully we won't have that problem of them popping out, but we will see. And over here we also built this little privacy fence to block us from that area as well. And now let's go up back to the top. So it's fall now. It's October, what is the date we're filming now? Is it the 13th? Yeah, it's October 13th. And it's the busiest time right now because the changing of the leaves is the really popular time in Nikko. Unit number 1, Kuromatsu, that's getting prepared right now. So we're gonna go out to the exterior and check around outside. So let's go this way. So I know the lighting is changing. That's making Akko very nervous. So here, whoa! What is this thing? Look at this thing. It just attacked me. I don't know, Nanisore. I don't know. Why did it attack me? That was scary. So yeah, we're out in nature over here, all right? So yeah, this is our little parking lot. It can only really fit K cars in here. It won't fit like a compact car or other types, but it's when you see something parked in here, it's really quite something because you're right on the edge of everything. So I'm actually going to build some safety barrier around here to help. But let's go on over this way. So this is the front. So we planted a little tiny garden here in the front. And let's just check out this side, the exciting infrastructure side. So this is the solar panel control unit. And I don't think you saw it in any of the shots, the solar panels, because you have to be from above to see it. But if you've never seen it, we can throw up the drone and give you a look. And these are called Eco Ones. And these are a combination unit where it uses both gas, but also these, I believe these are compressors. And this is just kind of like the same technology as the aircon unit. So these are like heat pumps, right? So heat pump will heat up the tank in here and store the water. So in combination with the solar panels, you pretty much get like free heating of the water. But if you end up using a lot of water, it has the gas here that can make sure you don't end up in the middle of winter without any hot water. So it's a combined system here. And this is just a smaller version of it right there. So 1, 2, 3, this is all called Eco 1. And then these tanks over here, these are propane gas, and it's used for the dryer. It's used for the water heaters. And it's also going to be used in an emergency if the aircon units are not enough to heat up in the winter time. And I guess the last part about the exterior over here is just kind of for like staff usage. We have landscaping equipment and the recycling and garbage. And actually, all like down this slope is our property as well, but you can't build on it, so it's just slope. Yeah. Let's go to unit number 3, back around this way. We're at the final stop of the tour, Kuromatsu. So come on in. Here we go. Whoa, maybe not. All right, so come on in. Again, the hinoki floors and the tatami, the washi moon. And let's see the other side, which is the kitchen. So this is our little kitchenette with everything that was in room number 3. And up there, if you look way up, that's the loft where people will mainly sleep. So I'm gonna grab the ladder in a second, but first I'm gonna go here. And they have the same sink and shower booth over here. And this is the toilet over here. All right, let's grab this ladder. So the ladder is stored over here. And we're actually building some stairs. So it's gonna look like this, I think next week. So by the time you come, it'd be like this. So we're gonna build like a permanent stairway. But for now, we have this ladder. Put it in like that, and I'll go up and then I'll grab the camera from Mako. Okay. Okay. So this is the view from the loft. And I just climbed up these stairs, or this ladder. And here we go, the loft where you could sleep 2 people or maybe 3. We're thinking about putting a queen bed in here, but we'll see. So again, with this window, I put this window in so you can get a nice view and hear the sounds of the river and get a nice breeze if you want. So here's the other view of the loft. And then you can look down and see the tatami where you can also sleep. So we did make sure that you can fit 2 futons down there and you can sleep 2 people if you would like. So if you want, you can get like 4 people in this unit. So that's it for the tour of Silver Daisy Stay Nikko. It's been a long process. I think since we first started trying to buy the land, it's been almost 2 years now. And it's been, yeah, long and tough, but it's done. And we had our first guests from France come in 2 days ago, at the same time as some Japanese guests as well. And so that was cool to finally have some people out, but we're now open for business. So hopefully you can come and enjoy. That'd be really nice. And yeah, I'll have a full video of the whole making of process out sometime, but it's 50 hours of footage, so it probably will take a while to edit. So give me a little bit of time for that. But yeah, as always, thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.